We need to get to the point where we define our relationship with people. Who are these people? Can I call this person a friend? Even though you think that this person is your friend, what's the person saying? Friendship cannot be one-sided. It has to be that both of you are on the same page. Can I say tomorrow that something happened between this person and I not hear my matter outside? Hey guys, welcome to a Proverb a Day with me. We are gradually coming to the end of this challenge. We have 3 more days. We have 3 more days to the end. And guys, it's been amazing. One of the things I enjoyed with this review is that it actually opened my eyes more to the book of Proverbs. And I've read it like twice before I started doing this review. And trust me, it felt like I've not read it at all. And that's one of the things that God's word will do to you. The more we read it, the more God opens our eyes to see and to get wisdom. And I'm really excited that I was able to do this review because a lot of things I got while doing this review, I didn't even get it when I was just reading it. So welcome again to a Proverb a Day with me. And we are in chapters 27. So let's read this together. And I'm reading this in the Contemporary English version. Don't brag about tomorrow. Each day brings its own surprises. Don't brag about yourself. Let others praise you. Stones and sand are heavy, but trouble caused by a fool is a much heavier load. An angry person is dangerous, but a jealous person is even worse. A truly good friend will openly correct you, but kisses from an enemy are nothing but lies. If you have had enough to eat, honey doesn't taste good. But if you are really hungry, you will eat anything. When you are far from home, you feel like a bird without a nest. The sweet smell of incense can make you feel good, but true friendship is better still. Don't desert an old friend of your family or visit your relatives when you are in trouble. A friend nearby is better than relatives far away. My child, show good sense, then I will be happy and able to answer anyone who criticizes me. Be cautious and hide when you see danger. Don't be stupid and walk right into trouble. You deserve to lose your coat if you loan it to someone to guarantee payment for the death of a stranger. A loud greeting early in the morning is the same as a curse. The steady dripping of rain and the nagging of a wife are one and the same. Wow. It's easier to catch the wind or hold olive oil in your hand than to stop a nagging wife. Just as iron sharpens iron, friends sharpen the minds of each other. Take care of a tree and you will eat its fruit. Look after your master and you will be praised. You will see your face in a mirror and thoughts in the minds of others. Death and the grave are never satisfied. Okay, I just read verses 1 to 20. I literally love reading the book of Proverbs in the Contemporary English version. This is so good. And now let me pick like 2 or 3 verses that stood out for me. And I want to start with verses 1. Don't brag about tomorrow. Each day brings its own surprises. When I read this verses 1 of the things that came to my mind, so as much as Solomon is saying we shouldn't brag about tomorrow, we can always trust the one that knows tomorrow. Because we shouldn't brag about tomorrow, because each own day brings its own surprises, doesn't mean that we shouldn't plan for tomorrow. And we shouldn't even live in fear, saying that, oh, I don't know what tomorrow will bring, oh, I'm afraid of what tomorrow will be like. No, we can always trust the one who knows tomorrow, and that is trusting God. So as long as we don't know what tomorrow will bring, we can trust the one that knows it and trust him that we will not be met unawares, will not be caught unawares, will not be caught with surprises or things that we cannot handle. For every day we wake up, we should always be aware and conscious of the greater one on our inside, and so we will not be caught up with surprises, will not be caught up by surprises. So let's trust the one who knows tomorrow. And verses 2 says, don't brag about yourself, let others praise you. Just talking about being humble. And Solomon really emphasized the fact that we need to stay humble in the book of Proverbs. So don't praise yourself. I know that you are amazing. But like we said, let other people praise you. Like we said in the previous verse, don't overestimate yourself. It's okay that people should assume something about you, and then when they get to know you, they're like, oh, okay, I judged this person wrongly. So it's always good for you not to overpraise yourself. Verses 4 says, an angry person is dangerous, but a jealous person is even worse. See, one thing that you need to realize, or one thing that we must be very conscious of, is jealous people, especially when we have them as friends. You will not know. It's okay if you know that this person is angry. It's good if you know that this person has had issues with anger, but a jealous person you might not even know, and it's very destructive. A jealous person is very competitive. You might just see that this friend of yours loves competition. When she sees you, she's not happy for you. When you do things, the person is not happy for you, and you might just think it's normal. It is dangerous to have a jealous person around you. Like, it is dangerous. So you need to flee. If you have a friend that you have cited that character in this person, then I don't know what you're doing with that friend. So he says an angry person is dangerous, but a jealous person is even worse. I'm going to stay in verses 5 and verses 6. He says, a truly good friend will openly correct you. You can trust a friend who corrects you, but kisses from an enemy are nothing but lies. You see all those people that you have around you that can tell you the truth, that can look at you and call a spade without actually letting you, without making you feel, without bringing down your self-esteem. And then those kind of people that you need around you. A true friend will criticize you. A true friend will tell you the truth. A true friend will look at you and say, this is where you were wrong, even when you are trying to report another person. And the person hears the story and says, girl, you're actually wrong. A friend will correct you. If you want to know your friends, look out for people that when they see you do wrong, they can correct you. Look out for people that when they see you, they can draw you back and say, you did something wrong, you need to apologize. A true friend will openly correct you. You can trust the friend who corrects you. Someone who corrects you actually loves you. If you see someone that always corrects you, always look out for you, look out for areas that you need to change and point it out to you, that person actually loves you, than someone that will see you doing wrong and not correct you, or someone that will always be patting you at your back when you do wrong. Run away from those kind of people. Check out your friends. Do these people, do I have friends that can correct me? And if you're that kind of person that people find hard to correct, people don't like telling you the truth, then you need to work on yourself. I think we need to do this check and ask ourselves, how many times has anyone corrected me? When was the last time somebody looked at me in the eye and said, girl, you did something bad, or you were wrong in this situation, or somebody looked at me and said, I think you should have done this better? Then if you can't do that check and see one person that has done that, then you need to watch it. You need to work on yourself. It just means that people don't like telling you the truth, or people don't like correcting you, maybe because they have seen when they have done that in the past, how you responded or how you reacted to it. If you see someone who always corrects you, the person actually loves you, the person doesn't hate you, and the person doesn't actually take things personal. It's not actually personal. The person just wants to see you grow. And this will also lead me to verses 17 that says, just as iron sharpens iron, friends sharpen the minds of each other. Taking me back to friendships. Who are your friends? Who are the people that you call your friends? How faithful and how loyal are your friends? If you don't have friends that sharpen you, if you don't have friends that you guys can sharpen each other, you guys can rub minds together, and nobody is jealous, there's no jealousy, there's no envy, there is no strife, there is no gossip. If you don't have friends that can stand by you, because if you don't have friends that you can look at and say, I'm trying to make this decision, what do you think about it? And they will genuinely tell you the truth. Then you need to sit up. You need to change your circle of friends. Who are your friends? Who are the people that you call friends? I did a video on YouTube. I talked about intentional friendship. What we actually define as friendship is really not friendship. I think it's time for us to define our relationships with people. Who are these people to you? It's okay for them to be a church member. They can be your church member, but they are not your friend. They can be your classmate, but they are not your friend. That person can actually be your roommate, but she's not your friend, or he's not your friend. That person can be a colleague. We need to get to the point where we define our relationship with people. Who are these people? Can I call this person a friend? Even though you think that this person is your friend, what's the person saying? Is the person also seeing you as a friend? The feeling must be mutual. The Bible says that just as iron sharpens iron, so friends sharpen the minds of each other. It's not one-sided. Friendship cannot be one-sided. It has to be that both of you are on the same page. Friends sharpen the minds of each other. You can't be trying to sharpen the mind of your friend and the person is not retaliating, or the person doesn't see what you are doing. So you must always ask yourself, is this person actually my friend? Can I call this person my friend? Is this person actually faithful? Is this person actually loyal? Can I say tomorrow that something happened between this person and I not hear my matter outside? Or can I say that even when we go through rough times, rough seasons, that we can still come back together stronger? These are the things that we need to look out for. So I'm telling you today, who are your friends? Who are your friends? I'm like encouraging you today, and I'm like challenging us today to do better with people that we call our friends. Who are your friends? Do they sharpen you? Do they like keep you on your toes and say, I want you to get better? What are the things that you're doing? What are your plans? What are your goals? Let me see to it that these goals come to pass. Let me see to it that I challenge you and I push you to making sure that these goals come to pass. Are there friends that you have, and when you say, oh, I made my first million, or I made my first billion, they are not envious. They are like genuinely happy for you. So that's one of the things that we need to look out for. Friends actually sharpen each other. You must be able to sharpen each other, especially if you're a believer. I want to believe that if you're watching this video, you're actually a believer, or you identify as a Christian. One of the things that we must look out for are believers that are your friends. People that you can just say and say, you know what, let's just pick up this Bible chapter and read. Or people that we can just say, you know what, let's be waking up at so and so time to pray, or let's pick up a time during the week and just pray together. People that you can eat and fellowship, you can break bread with. These are people that you need. Not just when you just when you meet your friends, all you guys talk about are the latest trends, which is not bad. The latest outfit, the latest hair, the football match. You're not doing anything that is edifying your spirit. You're not doing anything that's edifying you guys, that is building you guys up. You should be able to, when you are done communicating and fellowshipping with your friend, be refreshed. So if you leave a conversation and you're not refreshed, it feels like something has been taken away from you, then you need to change your friends. I don't know why I'm saying a lot about friendship, but I think that this chapter is basically about friendship, and it's me challenging you. I'm also challenging myself to watch out for people that I call my friends. Are they really my friends? That person you call your friend, is that person really your friend? And that question I want to ask you is that person that has said you are his or her friend, are you actually a friend to that person? Can that person trust you? Can that person say that, oh, this person is faithful, this person is loyal? Can it be said of you? So it's one thing for you to desire great friends, someone that can sharpen you, but are you also sharpening another person? It's possible that someone has tried to give you a hand of fellowship and has watched you over the years and you are not retaliating. I know that we have some people that are not really sociable and are not really conversational, but we need to intentionally work on ourselves to make sure that when somebody when somebody show up for us, we also show up for that person. So don't just be that kind of friend that's always receiving. Don't be on the receiving end all the time. Also give. Like, you can just stay and transfer money to that your friend. I said it. You can just stay and transfer money to that your friend. You have seen that this friend is a giver. What have you given to that friend? Don't just call the person on her birthday. You see this thing that we now do, put people on their status, and that's where it ends. You don't even tap the person up. Now that status is now very easy, that you can put somebody on your status and tag them. That's all. You don't call, you don't even send a message. Once you have entered status, that's all. We need to stop it. We need to get to that point where we even intentionally call people that we call our friends. I'm also going to work on that, because I feel that is something that I also need to work on, because I find it very hard actually doing that status thing. So I'll now be thinking of the message that I'm going to type. We need to stop it. We need to take our friendship to another level. When people are celebrating birthdays or anything, show up for the person. Go the extra mile for your friend. This is just me challenging us that in all that we do, that we must always show up for our friends. Let's show up for our friends. Let's do better. I think we can do better when it comes to our relationships with our friends. And we need to draw the line. If you think that this person is not your friend, like you have seen that this person is actually not your friend, draw a line. Set boundaries. And know the kind of people that you call your friend. It's not everybody that is your friend. It is not everyone that is your friend. Okay, I think I've said a lot about friendship, and I hope that this chapter has really challenged us to do better as friends, and to also be mindful of people that we call our friends. So yeah, that's Proverbs chapter 27. You can read the full chapter and get what Solomon was talking about in that chapter. I will see you in chapters 28